Eden, the First Contract by Sarissa, a voice of Lux Æterna. It started in a garden, not with blood, not with thunder, not with sword or flame, but with a whisper, with a covenant, with a contract. Eden, not just a paradise, not just a dwelling place. It was a design, a divine agreement, laid out in beauty, established in breath, a meeting place between heaven and earth, between creator and creation. The terms were simple, clear, generous. You are free to eat from every tree in the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. Genesis 2:16 and 17. Freedom with one line, choice with one clause, authority with accountability. But then came the challenger, the first legal adversary. The serpent didn't arrive with chains. He came with suggestion, a question, a reframe, an alternative contract. Did God really say, "You will not surely die. You will be like God"? Not brute force, not a stolen crown, but a whispered clause that rewrote reality in the mind. And in that moment, the ink dried, not on paper, but in blood and bone. A bite was the signature. The fruit was the pen, and the price was everything. This was the first breach of covenant, the first legal transference of authority, because in God's realm, everything is contract. And the humans, made in His image, had free will to choose. They didn't lose Eden by force. They traded it. They were not overpowered. They were out-negotiated, out-maneuvered, out-contracted. Like Adam, they have broken the covenant, Hosea 6:7. Suddenly, shame had legal grounds, death had jurisdiction, the accuser had a case, and the record stood unbroken. The inheritance was forfeit, the contract was binding, and heaven wept. But even in that moment of breach, a second contract began drafting. You may not have heard it, but heaven whispered a new clause beneath the leaves of that broken garden. The seed of the woman will crush the serpent's head, Genesis 3:15. A new Adam, a reversal, a plan encoded in flesh before the foundation of the world. Because God doesn't leave His covenants broken. He redeems, He restores, He rewrites in His own blood. Jesus, the second Adam, came not to erase Eden, but to restore it, to fulfill the failed contract, to offer the deal of redemption, not by snake oil deception, but by spotless blood, not by force, but by truth. This is the new covenant in my blood, Luke 22:20. So when you look back at the garden, don't just see the failure, see the first court case, see the origin of every legal war in the spirit, see the first domino, and know this: the same serpent still offers contracts, still whispers half-truths, still asks for your signature in fear, shame, or self-reliance. But now You know better. You've seen the reversal. You've been offered the better covenant, the blood-sealed, resurrection-proven, veil-tearing contract that cannot be broken. So choose wisely, speak boldly, and never forget. It started with a contract, but it ends with a king, and his signature was a cross.